The FIFA World Cup 2026 opener is here. Mexico versus South Africa, the rematch 16 years in the making. Ladies and gentlemen, football fans around the world, the wait is finally over. The biggest World Cup in history is about to begin. And what a way to kick things off. On June 11th, 2026, inside the iconic Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, host nation Mexico will face South Africa in the opening match of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And if that fixture sounds familiar, that's because history is repeating itself. Back in 2010, South Africa and Mexico played the opening match of the World Cup in Johannesburg. That game ended 1-1. Sifiwe Tshabalala scored one of the most iconic opening goals in World Cup history before Rafael Marquez rescued Mexico with a late equalizer. Now, 16 years later, football has delivered the sequel, Mexico versus South Africa, Round 2. And this time, the stakes are even bigger. This is not just any World Cup. This is the largest World Cup ever staged. 48 nations, 104 matches, 3 host countries, millions of fans. And the eyes of the entire football world will be focused on one stadium when the first whistle blows. The atmosphere is expected to be absolutely electric. Imagine nearly 90,000 Mexican fans singing, chanting, waving flags, and creating one of the loudest environments in world football. Estadio Azteca has witnessed Diego Maradona's brilliance. It has seen World Cup finals. It has seen legends rise. Now it prepares to write another chapter. Let's start with Mexico. Whenever Mexico hosts a World Cup, expectations go through the roof. The Mexican national team enters this tournament carrying the hopes of an entire nation. Playing at home is a blessing, but it can also be a burden. Every touch of the ball will be analyzed. Every missed chance will be criticized. Every goal will be celebrated like a national holiday. Mexico's biggest weapon is simple: home advantage. No team in the world enjoys an atmosphere quite like Mexico at the Azteca. The altitude, the noise, the passion, and the energy can overwhelm even elite opponents. The players know they have a golden opportunity. A strong opening victory could launch a deep tournament run. A poor result could create pressure immediately. Now let's talk about South Africa. Many people see South Africa as underdogs, but that might be a mistake. Bafana are returning to the World Cup stage, determined to prove they belong among football's elite nations. Their squad combines athleticism, pace, and fearlessness. And perhaps most importantly, they arrive with nothing to lose. That makes them dangerous. Nobody expects South Africa to dominate possession. Nobody expects them to play beautiful tiki-taka football, but tournaments are often decided by discipline, hard work, and moments of magic. South Africa has enough talent to cause problems. If Mexico becomes nervous, South Africa can punish them. The tactical battle. So how might this match unfold? Expect Mexico to dominate possession from the opening whistle. The hosts will likely push forward aggressively, looking to score early and ignite the crowd. South Africa, meanwhile, could sit deeper, stay compact, and attack on the counter. This creates a fascinating tactical battle. Mexico wants control. South Africa wants opportunities in transition. The first goal will be huge. If Mexico scores first, the stadium could become a volcano. If South Africa scores first, suddenly tens of thousands of Mexican fans may become very nervous. And in football, nervous crowds create nervous players. To watch for Mexico, watch the creative players in midfield and the attacking stars expected to lead the line. The hosts need players who can handle pressure. Not everyone can perform when an entire country is watching. For South Africa, keep an eye on the pacey attackers and energetic midfielders. Counterattacks could be their best route to goal. One mistake, one turnover, one quick transition. That's all it takes. The pressure factor. This is where things get really interesting. Opening matches are strange. Teams rarely play their best football. Players are nervous. Coaches become cautious. Mistakes happen. The fear of losing can sometimes become stronger than the desire to win. That's why World Cup openers often produce surprises. Remember Qatar in 2022. Remember South Africa versus Mexico in 2010. The opening game is rarely straightforward. The pressure can transform favorites into ordinary teams, and it can transform underdogs into giants. Now let's add a little spice. Mexican fans are already dreaming about lifting the World Cup trophy. South African fans are saying, "Hold on a second, let's spoil the party first." Mexico supporters believe the Azteca atmosphere will be worth a goal before kickoff. South African supporters believe football is played on grass, not in the stands. Mexico fans are planning celebrations. South Africa fans are planning chaos. One side wants a perfect opening night. The other side wants to become the first giant killers of World Cup 2026. Somewhere, football is smiling, because this is exactly the kind of drama we love. Prediction time. So, what do I think happens? Mexico will have the crowd. Mexico will have the momentum. Mexico will have the experience of playing in familiar conditions. South Africa will defend bravely and create moments of danger. But over 90 minutes, I think Mexico's quality and home support will make the difference. Full-time score prediction. Mexico 2-1. South Africa. I expect Mexico to score first, South Africa to fight back and equalize. And then a late winner from the hosts sends the stadium into absolute madness. It won't be easy. It won't be comfortable. But I think Mexico finds a way. Final thoughts. Whether you're supporting Mexico, South Africa, or simply football itself, this match has all the ingredients for a memorable World Cup opener. History, pressure, passion, a legendary stadium, a host nation carrying enormous expectations, and an underdog dreaming of upsetting the script. The road to World Cup glory begins here. Mexico versus South Africa. One match, 90 minutes, and the start of football's greatest show on earth. Let the games begin.